Now I can see you. Yes. So I will give the class 5:55. Then I will speak to 5 minutes to Srishti Mataji. Then I'll go to the sharp 6 o'clock to the live. Okay. When I'll finish 5 minutes, I'll telling something about the class. Then we'll do. So Gaura Mukha Prabhu is okay. Sham Prabhu, same time. Sham Prabhu. Sham Prabhu. Vishakha Mataji. You will text to
Yes,
Sham
Prabhu.
Prabhu that same time Prabhuji said to page and ID both place you will just to sharing the class.
Okay.
So Haribol, so today our class on the topics of how to overcome the selfishness. It is very one of the important things we are discussing today, because most of the time we are
Prabhu, Haribol.
Shyam Prabhu,
Yes,
same
Prabhu.
time you also to give the live in my page and also share to my ID also.
Okay.
Okay, and also you give it to Bengali section also. Okay, Prabhu? Both
Okay,
page
Prabhu.
and ID, all the places you will give it. English, when we will do the live, that is also you will do like this. Okay?
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. So Devjani.
Yes, Prabhu, we can hear you.
Yeah. Devjani. Devjani. You come to the camera 1 minute. Hari Bol. Yes.
Prabhu, Sham Prabhu, WhatsApp
Hare
back
Krishna.
saying okay.
Hare Krishna. Kabar, yeah.
Sham Prabhu came back saying okay.
Yeah, yes, is telling. Actually, Devjani is my sister. Okay, Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. So today I'm giving the class about our topics is that in our topics is how to overcome the selfishness. We can come to the first of the sloka in Bhagavad Gita. That what is the first sloka in Bhagavad Gita? The Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra Samaveta Jujuchava Mamaka Pandava Chaiva Kima Kuvarta Sanjayo. Here we can see that Srishti Mataji, in this sloka, can you see some selfishness here in the first sloka of Bhagavad Gita? In first sloka of Bhagavad Gita, have you seen some any selfishness is there?
Yes, Prabhuji. Here, Dhritarashtra is just concerned about his son. His
Yes.
sons.
Yes, and yes, one point we get it that you said that Dhritarashtra is pretty always to think about his son. Very good. Vishakha Mataji, in the first class, in the first sloka, have you find anything? The selfishness in Bhagavad Gita, the first sloka?
I'll come back to you, Prabhu. I just went to get my book.
Yes, bring the book. Yes, Gauramukha Prabhu. Hare Krishna. You have to speak in English. This is the English class. Devjani, have you seen the first sloka Bhagavad Gita? Any selfishness in that Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra, Shamaveta, Judutshava, Mamaka, Pandava, Chaiva, Kima, Kubarta, Sanjayo? Here is what is the selfishness symptom we can see in this sloka? What is the selfishness we can see? First unmute, unmute first. Unmute, there is unmute. Yes, now tell.
I think this slok means any other person have good in her life, then we are feeling jealous for her girl, anything good for her life. Why this is not in my life?
Yes, so we can see that the Dhritarashtra is very jealous. I mean, the selfish.
Because and selfish because Pancha Pandav, every brother is very good quality, and their behave and their opinion is everything is good, and there is a very big fighter. Everyone, brother is very big fighter, but her son is not proper then.
Yes, so we can
he is
see.
jealous.
Yes, that's why he is very selfish. Is thinking that in why not my one is good. Is a very
Good.
good. That's nice. Unmute now. Mute it.
Okay.
Gauramukha Prabhu, would you like to say something in first sloka Bhagavad Gita? Any selfish point you can see there?
No idea, Prabhu.
No idea. That's good. Vishakha Mataji?
So, Dhritarashtra was highly doubtful about his sons.
No. I said the first sloka. Have you find any selfish word inside or selfish mentality you can find inside? Or you are in fasting, that's why not memory working.
No, Prabhu, I didn't find. It's same what everybody else is saying.
Okay. Devaki Nandan Prabhu? Okay. Now you see the first symptom we can see in the Bhagavad Gita, the first sloka, there is a selfishness means that you see the Dhritarashtra only to think about his son, not to think about his brother's son, because we can see this is the sign of selfishness. Actually, before Pandava leave the body, he hand over the 5 sons, hand over the Dhritarashtra. But Dhritarashtra only to think about his own life and own family, not to think about others' family. I mean the brother family. This is the selfishness. This is the selfishness. Now come to the point. What is the definition of selfishness? Srimati Mataji, what is the definition of selfishness?
The mentality of me and mind is known as selfishness.
Yes, excellent. That is in Vishakha Mataji. What do you mean of selfishness?
Same, Prabhu, the mentality of me, mine, and I.
Okay, it's very good. And also Devjani Mataji?
I think this is mentality for only own, not
Yes.
not any other person.
Yes.
Everything is good. Everything is better for only for me, not any other.
Okay.
Always.
Excellent. That's very good. So you can write it. What do you mean of selfishness? The quality of state being selfish, the lack of consideration for other people, that is called in selfishness. The lack of consideration for other people, only how can I just to fulfill my desire, my thing, just to emphasize me and I, that is called in selfishness, not to think about it other. And another mentality you can understand, that selfish, if you are literally or prefix and suffix way, you are just to meaning, sell means to selling and fish means to fish. So selfish means I want the profit, not to think about that person get the profit or not. So sell means to you can sell something, and fish means to fish. So when you are selfish, that means you are think about your profit. You not to think about that person get the good things or not things. You think about your profit. So that is in one sense is the selfish. You understand? That is mentality is to be business. So why selfish, another meaning is like a business mentality. So business mentality, people always to think about how can I get my profit? What is other people get profit or not profit? That is not my concern. How can I just to fulfill? So the concern excessively or exclusively with oneself, seeking or concentrating on one's own advantage, pleasure, or well-being without regard of others. That is called in selfishness. So you understand? The concern excessively, not only little and tiny. Those who are selfish, they are too much excessively or exclusively or only with oneself. And seeking, everything is seeking or she's seeking or concentrating on one's own advantage and pleasure. How can I get pleasure? Hmm. Even the well-being without regards of others, even husband wife, even the like a relationship, when you will see that one person only self-centered, that means he is a selfish. Just like we can see modern days, sometimes fighting happen. Oh, Srishti, Srimati, cook that. What do you mean? What type of wife you are? I am going to office. You are not to make the breakfast. Why am getting married to you? Coming back. Why you not to make the? What is rubbish you are? What is hell not to do? But your husband don't understand. You are also doing job. You also have some tiredness. You also need a rest. He can help, but he only to dictating, only to just to pointing figure. Then you can understand this fellow is a selfish person. Not to think about my life, only to think about his life. That person called in selfish person. Now can we sorry, some of the sign of the selfish person. Now tell. First you one point can tell. Devjani, you can tell what is the selfish person, what is the sign or symptom? 1 point.
One point is she's thinking always for own goodness, own benefit.
Okay, very good. That's a good point. Write it. Srimati Mataji.
The person is always seeking for the profit.
Okay, that's good. Why you write it Srishti Prajapati? Srishti Prajapati dead. You are initiated. Everywhere use it the Guru Maharaj's name. That is only for your official purpose and the writing. You are in devotee class, beta. You have to keep in the spiritual name everywhere. My name,
Okay.
you know that my Karmi name, you know. I never
No
use
problem.
it anywhere. So you see, you are dead, that person. This is only official books you are using. Always keep it a spiritual name. People are millions of life spending to get a spiritual name from the divine personality. Yes, Pishaka Mataji. What is the sign of a selfish person?
Prabhu,
Separate,
I always
not to
want
tell,
to be,
not to tell the same point, different.
no, I want to be superior
Okay,
in
I want to,
programs, in
yes, 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 yes,
activities.
yes.
I want to be like the main focus.
Okay, the main focus, I mean the main focus person. Good. Goromukha Prabhu, he not to, okay. Devaki Nandan Prabhu,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Haribol, Dhanavad
Selfish
Pranam.
person, selfish person always tries to say lie to
Hmm.
gain something or to
Okay, very good. Best, one more point.
uh,
So we can, you write it that what is the selfish personality's quality? What he exposing? First is they withhold important information. This is the first point. Those who are selfish person, they withhold the important information. Always to holding, withhold that important information. The second point, they do not respect others people time. They always to give the emphasis their own time. They not to value the other people's time, the other people energy, other people the value. The selfish person always to think about my time is valuable. Like Srimati says maybe to husband, the Arun Prabhu, please you can make it tomorrow breakfast. I have little bit in 6 o'clock office. What do you mean why you are my wife? You are always office in this. You have to understand what to wear you eat. So that means this fellow is the selfish person. The selfish person always to give the priority to their own time, not to value their others' time. Then come to the third point. They do not like to teach. They never want to take the lesson from other person or teachings from others. They always wanted to dictating to others. You understand? This is the selfish person mentality. Huh? They do not like to teach or learning something. They always to think about, I will give the teachings or this, that. This is that. And another point, the selfish person, they do not like to listen. The selfish person, they don't like to listen from others. They always to teach the others. Avoid the responsibility. Those who are selfish person, they avoid the responsibility. They don't take the responsibility. They always to avoid the responsibility. They think about I am superior. This is, and maybe whatever you are doing, that is not valuable. Not valuable. That is the mentality of a selfish person. They avoid the responsibility. They think that, oh, just like Vishaka Mataji maybe say, oh, tomorrow, Prabhu, tomorrow is my Guru Maharaj's Vaishya Puja, please come. That's neglecting. So that means I'm a selfish. He always to come, my program, this, that, and I am not to do. This is a selfish person mentality. Always to avoid the responsibility. Then another point, selfish person always to take all the credits. Selfish person always to take all the credits, don't want it to give the credits to others. They always wants to credit, I did. But those who are selfless person, he will do behalf of with you, but don't exposing that I did everything. Even if you are do, but he behind he is helping everything. But you know, just like our Shyam Prabhu is a selfless person. He doing a lot of seva for us, but he not to come to the limelight, isn't it? This is the selfish, I mean, selfless person. But selfish person always wants the credit. I did, I this. So that person is the selfish person. Selfish person. And always to think about selfish person is a narrow minded. This is another point. Selfish person always in narrow-minded. He's never in broad sense. He's always thinking everything is narrow, just to confide himself. This is the selfish person mentality. Another point, the selfish person, they bring others down to build up themselves. They bring others down to build themselves up. To write it this point, those who are selfish person, they bring other person down and to bring themselves to up. Just like on the stage, like we are maybe 5 person going to for class, and that time I will say, oh, actually, my all the friends. Actually, I don't want to say, but I'm little bit correcting. Actually, Srimati Mataji little bit not so read in Prabhupada books. She tells the whatever point it is not right. It's okay. I'm just correcting. This will be like this. So you understand, this fellow is the selfish person. This fellow is the selfish person. Sorry, electricity has gone. This fellow is the selfish person. That's why he's telling like this way. He's telling like this way. Then what is the another quality of selfish person? The selfish person always to feel a moody. Like a take a always feeling very moody. Oh, I am this, like selfish person. I am like a big university teacher. I am like a doctor. I am this. I am that. Selfish person always feeling very moody. You understand? Is feeling that. And selfish person never can praising to other person's good things. When you are something to good things you do, the selfish person cannot to praise. They always to finding faults, but he can't to praise you. This is the selfish person, one of the quality. He always to finding the faults, but he can't to praising you. This kind of mentality we can see in the selfish person. Selfish person, we know, just like you can see in Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra always to not to good things to see the Pancha Pandav. He always to see that what is good things in his sons. So that is the selfish person quality. Come to the Kaliya Leela. Kaliya was a very selfish person in previous life. That's why next life he became a snake. Selfish person always to like a whizzing. There's like when you become selfish, your like is like, well, why that person is good? Why he has a good boyfriend? Why he has a good girlfriend? The selfish person always to like that. Always to think about self. Why he is bigger than me? Why he is very happy to me? Sometime maybe Srimati Mataji is any selfish friend say, why, how you are happy like this? Then you are understand. Sometime you will see, maybe someone is very selfish to you. That can say, maybe just like Srimati Mataji and her husband, just like the husband is little bit getting late. She eat and sleep. Then husband thinking, what type of wife? I am half an hour late. At least she can wait for me. No, she can't wait. She is thinking her own life. And always to understand, selfish person is very daring person. He is greatest murderer. He is a silent murderer. A selfish person is the silent murderer. A murderer person can with the knife can kill you. That is one time you can die and you not to big pain to get it. But a selfish person to kill you behind from your behind. He will kill you from your behind. He in front of you tell, oh, you are good, you are this, you are that. But behind, always to tell your bad things to others. So that person, you understand, is the greatest murderer. He's the greatest murderer, the selfish person. That's why our scriptures say, those who are selfish, next life they become a snake. Because snake don't like other person be good. That time he's just to put the poison. So snake mentality is to what? Snake mentality is to put the poison. 1 minute. Hare Krishna. Yes. माता जी, अभी मैं जूम क्लास दे रहा हूँ, आप हमारे फोन करना कल, बिकॉज नाउ हमारे 3 क्लास हैं एक के बाद एक. ओके. Okay, I will, whenever I will free, in between I'll call you. Okay. So we can see that selfish person is like this mentality. So what are the sign of self centered person? Now you can write it that we can get it that what is the sign of the selfish person. Now you come to the point of that what are the signs of a self-centered person? They are various degree of being self-centered. Second thing, but the general traits are the same: putting themselves first, only care about their needs, wants, and being unable to see other perspective, being uncaring of others. That is the quality of a self-centered person. They are various degree of being self-centered, we remind it, but the general traits are the same: putting themselves first, only cares about the others' need, cares about their needs, and once being unable to see others' perspective and being uncare of others. Being uncare of others. That is the self-centered person mentality is like that. This is the self-centered. Now coming to, we can get to the point what is the selfish person quality. We can get to the definition of self-centered person. Now come to the point, how can we overcome the selfishness? How can we overcome the selfishness? In before I am telling you one of the story. One time, one husband and wife is very selfish person. Selfish means that one time husband and wife has a big fight. So when they are fighting and shouting and everything, and after that, husband take a big steps. What? He take the biggest step. Okay, today I don't sleep with my wife. I have to go outside. I'll sleep in my car. So that time husband went to inside the car and he just to put on the AC and he's sleeping there. So wife, after 2 hours or 1 hour, come to the coolness of the mind. She's thinking, no, actually he's my husband. Whatever I did, it is not good. I should be compassionate. So that time he's thinking my husband like to soda. So when he wake up, I will just to give a one soda beside his on his head. Then he will wake up and to get the soda. Then he will he will very pleased to me. Then I can do. Then he take one of the cold soda and make it mixture with the lemon and everything and put one bottle of soda beside the head of the husband. So husband when wake up and see the soda bottle, is the the angry, the fightingness or very angriness not reduced. So he saw the soda bottle, he become more angry. So he just to pouring all the soda outside and come inside and shouting more. So the wife become so upset and cry. That time what is doing? That time the wife went to a sadhu. And when he went to a sadhu and he told the whole story, that I wanted to do the good things for my husband, but my husband only to see my all the problems. How selfish he is. So you Guruji saying, is it right? He is a good person. I am trying to pleasing him with the soda after even the fighting, but he is very angry to me. Then what is such a selfish husband? Shall I stay with him or kicked out him? Then Guruji said, I think your husband is not a selfish. You are the selfish person. Then that lady said, Guruji, how I am becoming the selfish? Because rather after fighting, I put a soda bottle to beside my husband's side. Then how I am become like a selfish? Guruji say, because you put the soda bottle to get the honor from your husband, to get the praising from your husband. So you did the service not selfless way. You did the service with the selfish way. That's why in his heart is blocking, because there is not go to the service, because you did to get your pleasure, you did whatever you want, your name and fame, your praising. So that's not a selfless service, that is a selfish service. That's why selfish service not go to the heart. Selfish service only go to the mind, and mind immediately be agitated. But if you did that, okay, my husband throw it, then you ask, okay, you don't like to soda, what you like, I can make you. But when you think about imposing, why you didn't like my soda, why just to do like this, throw it. So that is, you are selfish. You wanted to pleasing yourself. You don't think about what is your husband want to please, what things to pleasing your husband. So now you understand what is called in selfishness and what is called in the selflessness. Understand, Srimati Mataji? You understand? Unmute.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes. Where is my interest? That is called in selfishness. Where is the beloved interest? That is called in selfless. Now write some points how we can overcome the selfishness. Be really good listener. If you want to be a selfless, be really a good listener. If you be a good listener, then you be a slowly you become free from the selfishness. I'm sorry, the electricity has gone. One time I'll see them. Okay, so we can get it. You can hear my sound. I'm giving the class like to come to outside. So if you become selfish, you become okay, I'll just to put on camera. I mean outside. So if you want to become selfish, you just to be a really good listener. But those who are selfish person, they never become a good listener. They always to be a just to try to uh, tell you whatever you have to hear. That is the mentality of the selfish person. But if you want to overcome your selfishness, then you have to do what things, be a good listener. Second point, show a bit of empathy. Show a bit of empathy. When you are really want to be free from selfish, be a empathy to the person. 1 minute. I have to bring my chair. Sitting on my rooftop. So if you want to be a, can you hear me properly?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So if you want to be a free from the selfishness, then you be a good, show a bit of empathy. So when you will show your empathy, then you are slowly be free from the, that is the selfishness. Then come to another point. To gift something. If you want to be free from selfishness, to be exchanging some gift. That's why Rupa Goswami in our scripture says that dadati priti grinanti. That if you free from selfish, someone give the something, you are just to repeat, just to return to something. This is called in that you are in selfish. But selfish person think about, oh, only hankering. You give me, I don't want to give you. This is one type of mentality is like that. But okay, maybe okay, I'm sometimes to say when all over the world people are just to give me as a devotee to give me, then I said maybe I have no money, I can't give you, but I give my time, my space, the holy katha. So this is like that. But selfish person think about, you only to give me, I don't give you. So if you overcome the selfishness, you give your time, give your attention, give your love, or giving some gift. This is the selfless person. So how to overcome? Then another thing, that if you want to be free from the selfishness, give your time to a person. Give your time to a person. This is the another point. If you want to overcome the selfishness, give your time, because this is very one of the very important point in our relationship. When we are in selfish, only to think about this person will give me time, but I don't give him time. This is very one of the ridiculous thing. But if you really to love someone, if you really to feel that you are not selfish with that person, then you are giving your time to that person. Just like a Krishna. Krishna is so selfless that even in his busy schedule, whenever I am just to need some help, Krishna is coming. Come to the Gajendra. Gajendra. Gajendra, long time, he never to call Krishna. But when the crocodile bite him, immediately he called to Krishna. Krishna come and give him time and save him. Come to the Draupadi. Draupadi, when fall in the difficult situation, he forgot to call Krishna. But finally, when he just to give concentration to calling the Krishna, Krishna immediately give him time. So if you really to love someone, if you really to free from the selfishness, then you give your time. Give your time. That is the most one of the thing. You see, every time you will giving the good things not enough. Sometimes your 1 minute of the time is very keeping one of the very valuable role in the heart of that person. That's why if you want to selfishness to free, to do like this. Then another, give your one of the phone call according to the modern days. Give your one of the phone calls, just like in birthday or in lunch time or in breakfast time. Oh, you eat prasad, or you took breakfast, or you take the lunch. This is the free from the selfishness. When you will do like this, then that person understand how much love he or she is feeling for me. You understand? That is the free from the selfishness. Then another thing, give the rude person or rude people a free pass. Those who are rude to you, to give a free pass. Those who are give a rude people a free pass, because the rude people always shouting and this, so you are giving your free pass to him or her. Then another point, be all about a little surprise. If you want to free from the selfishness, then be all about a little surprise. That means whatever you do, do some surprise. Then the selfishness is gone. Just like someone in birthday, husband is the birthday, so you are making a nice cake, but you don't tell. But your boyfriend or husband is a today is the birthday, so you purchase one of the gift, and when the birthday is coming, you are giving you one of the gift. So always to be a one of the what? Be a one of the like a surprising mood. Surprising. Be all little about surprise. Then another point, be the person who called a devotee. Be a person for a devotee. Be a person for a devotee. When a person really to need you, when a person really to need your help, be a friend of that devotee. Then you are, people understand that you are a really a selfless person. When a devotee need your association, when a devotee need your help, so be a friend to that person. That means you are. And mm, and if you want to free from selfishness, always to take care surrounding people, like your devotee neighbors or devotee friends family. Call them, ask them how are they, what are they doing, how is going. Just like when we are doing the Bhakti Bhiksha program, once a week our module is that once a week you call them, how are you, how is going your sadhana, why you not come to temple, what is the problem, how is I am missing you. This such kind of your behavior is to make you the selfless. And another point, let others decide what to do. Sometime let the other person to give the priority to what to do, not always imposing I will do whatever. Then you are a selfish. Selfless person what is doing, sometimes to giving the okay you decide. Just like even husband wife, what you will take today, but wife sometimes husband sometimes no Srishti, today whatever you like you can cook, I will be like that. Or sometime husband will say, no, today whatever your wish to make the breakfast, today Sunday I will take your wish. So this is make one of the sweet relationship, the sweet bondage. So this is the overcome the selfishness. But selfish person this, whatever I will tell, you will make like this and you will eat like this. No. Yes, sometimes we are loving, we say, like my sister, I can say, no, you have to take the bitter sabji. And my sister will say, oh, dada, oh, my brother, I don't like. Beta, I said, nah, you have to take. Then my sister, okay. My brother said, I have to take. That is a loving. But also, what type of nonsense your sister, I am telling you not to take? This is a rude behavior. You are loving, you will take something, that you can tell something, that is, you can make it the free from the selfishness. Then another point, figure out the way to compromise. Figure out the way to compromise. If you free from selfishness, then figure out the ways how to compromise the relationship. That is the sign of that you are free from selfishness. So what is Bhagavad Gita teaching us? The transformation from selfishness to the selfless love. The selfishness from the selfishness to the selfless love. So that means when you are in selfish, that time you have no love, you have jealousy. But when you are selfless, that time you have a love. You have a love. A selfish person has a anger, has a jealous, has a envy, has a shouting, has a like a finding faults. But a selfless person always to see your good side, to give you love, to give you access, to give your importance, to give your value. That is the selfless person. That's why always to remember one I mean, the one of the very biggest point. People will hurt you, but Krishna will hail you. Krishna will hail you. People will hurt you. The selfish person will remember these things. What is the remedy to from the selfish person? Selfish person will hurt you, but Krishna will hail you. Selfish person will humiliate you, but Krishna will magnify you. Selfish person will judge you, but Krishna will justify you. So have a faith to Krishna like this way, then you are free from all kinds of the selfish. You will always to understand a self for the selfishness we are descended from Golok Vrindavan to at this place. If we free from the selfishness, then we will go back home, back to Godhead. But for our selfish mentality, we are coming to this material world and sufferings, because in a spiritual world we are very selfish. Why Krishna has a lot of girlfriend? Why Krishna is Krishna is the enjoyer? I want to enjoy. I want to do everything. For that purpose, Krishna said, okay, you are very selfish, then you are very want to enjoy, then you go to material world and you enjoy there. That's why the root cause of our coming to this material world the root cause of the selfishness is that we want to be a enjoyer. We want to be a enjoyer. But when you understand that Krishna is the enjoyer, Krishna is the proprietor, Krishna is our real friend, Krishna is our well-wisher, that time our selfish has gone and we become a true devotee. A true devotee means paro dukhe dukhi and paro shukhe shukhi. That means to see the other person's sufferings, I will feeling suffer. I will internally feel suffer. And when I'll see another person is happy, that time I am happy. Then that is. But selfish person, not to feel like that. That's why we should pray always to Krishna that if you really want to be a devotee, be free from the selfishness. Be a generous. Selfish person always to confine, but devotee person always to be what? Very broad in heart. So if you are following these things, you can overcome selfishness and you become. Be careful to one thing. Anytime, if you keep the selfish mentality, you never ever be a good devotee. Either you chant 64 round, either you chant 300,000 round, you cannot to please the Krishna. But when you free from selfishness, free from duplicity, free from cheating, then Krishna, even if you not to do perfect way bhakti, but you are very dear to Krishna. That is we should understand. So from this class, we are understand the selfishness to transform into the selfless love. Selfish person to think about himself, but selfless person think about others. And that is pleasing to the Krishna. Because 26 quality of a Vaishnava, one quality is that how we become a selfless. Thank you so much to all the devotees, even the live session, those who are. So now we are going to question and answer session in our live stream. So please to come to our that is in Facebook page, Vrindavan Darshan with Sundar Nityananda Das. There you can about the selfish mentality or whatever about your question about selfishness, you can ask there. I will give the answer, and with me to helping the Srimati Mataji. Okay, so I will stop here. Thank you so much. Even Devjani, you come to my Facebook page English, the Sundar Vrindavan Darshan with Sundar Nityananda Das.
This
You
class
will
is
write.
start now?
Yes, just now I am going to question session. There you can ask the question, but there you have to write the question
Okay,
in
okay.
English. They are picked up the Srimati Mataji and ask, I'll give the answer. There all the people will see and get the answer. Okay. So thank you
Okay.
so much.
You.
Hare Krishna, Vishakha Mataji,
Hare
and
Krishna Prabhu,
Srimad
Dandavat Prabhu.
Dandavat, and
Sorry,
Sandy Mataji. Sorry.
You have 16 viewers on Facebook, and Yogesh Prabhu said Radhe Radhe Ji, and Basumati Mataji put praying hands, and Kumar Prabhu said Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji, to collect. Sandy Mataji, come to the live session. I'll take the question and there. Okay. So, okay, now we will stop, and Srimati Mataji, come to the live stream and send me the link. Okay. Srimati Mataji,
Yes, Prabhuji.
you will send me the WhatsApp, the link. Then I will start. Hare Krishna. So
Hare
all the
Krishna.
viewers, please to come to the live session. We are going to the same topics to the live session. We'll speak.
Okay.